Hey y'all, and welcome to my new monthly show that I'm doing here, tentatively called 60 Months to Retire, an Experiment, eXp Experiment. Uh, my name's Rob Drum. I'm a real estate broker at eXp Realty in Birmingham, Alabama, and we'll get into kind of the premise for this show, but this is the first edition, the first time I'm doing this. This is month one, so we're kind of just getting the ball rolling and seeing where this takes us. But I turned 33 yesterday and was looking at kind of just taking stock of where I am and where I've been, and looking at the decision to join eXp Realty about 18 months ago, how well that's worked out, how it's really exceeded my expectations. And I hear from a lot of agents that I know, a lot of friends that are either agents or real estate investors or people thinking about getting their license. They kind of wonder what is so good about eXp. And there's a lot of things that are really good about eXp for agents who have developed in their career and are busy and selling a decent amount of real estate. There's some things that I'm going to show you in this video that are really cool. And when you do the math, in my personal opinion, I think there's a possibility of retiring within 60 months from today for me and my wife. And we'll get into how I think that works. It may not work out. It may work out. I made a bet with my wife that I think it will. So I'll be making this video around this time each month for the next 60 months, and we'll see how it actually plays out. As we go along, I'll fill you in on kind of what's happening, kind of a real-time look at how this thing grows. eXp Realty is the fastest growing brokerage in the world, and will probably, during the period of this video, there's a pretty good chance that it'll become the largest real estate brokerage in the world. So it'll be interesting, I think, to follow along, and I'll be excited to keep you informed if you're interested to watch. So what are the rules of this experiment? Again, I made a bet with my wife about just how this model has progressed so far for us, how the performance has been, and where I think it probably will go. This is just my opinion as far as like stock prices. I have no idea. I'm not making any predictions. If you kind of extrapolate from what has happened to the future, you can kind of see how it might play out. So I define retiring, and I put it in parentheses because I do not plan on stopping working. I've got 3 small kids, and I do not want them to see me sitting around. So I'll be working for a very long time. And but through this model, I think there would be a possibility to not, if I ever needed to, or just that kind of good feeling about financial stability. And we define it as 120,000 in annual passive income. And we'll get into how that mix works out. How does the eXp model work? Like, what on earth am I talking about? How does it work for agents like myself? There's 2 sides of it. There's the stock ownership side, which you get awarded stock and you can buy stock at a discount. There's a couple different ways, which makes it a little hard to understand when you first look at it. And I way overlooked that side of it when I first joined eXp. I never expected it to really be much, but it's turned out to be really good, as you'll see. And I think it'll be a big piece of this. But there's a lot of different things, and I could get into them, but as we go through these months, I'll just tell you, like here, I got some shares from this because this happened, and we'll explain it that way. Revenue sharing is based on sponsoring agents into the company. That's kind of like operating your own brokerage, but with eXp as the back office and the framework that you're operating within. That's kind of how I viewed it when I came here. And eXp as the brokerage pays out 50% of its revenue, top line revenue that comes in, goes right back out as an expense to the brokerage, as a payment to agents who have sponsored other agents into the brokerage. And it depends on your agent's productivity and a couple other things. But again, I'm sure we'll get into that, but that's the headline, the general description of how it works. So let's look at month one here. This is where I'm sitting right now, 2,430 shares at a market value today of $25.85, which is 62,815. And it's kind of a volatile stock. So, this is just a snapshot of one day. It's been up and down $10,000 from there recently. And it's, I got an award for capping. I got an award of $200 worth of stock for capping beginning of May. So that was added in a couple shares. And generally this number is kind of climbing every month. That's another part of this. I don't plan on, in this whole 60-month period, can't make any guarantees, but I don't plan on selling any of this, any of these shares. So on the revenue share, two numbers that I think, are significant to look at every month. The last month's payment was $833. And then for the last 12 months, $7,242. And these numbers, are nothing to write home about, but they are, I think they're a good start, and they are significantly higher than this time last year. And what I see is the way things like this grow. I think it's very reasonable that between the two of these, this number being potentially half, maybe 60,000, and then this number being close to $1 million. And, if you take that and just say you invested at 6%, that would be 60,000 of annual passive income as well. So that's a hypothetical way that it might work out to the numbers that I kind of bet on. And we'll see if it actually happens. So what's going to happen in month two? You'll have to tune in and see. You can subscribe to my channel. I talk a lot about Birmingham real estate and investing in Birmingham real estate. In my other kind of shows that I do, I'm doing a webinar on getting started as a real estate agent on May 25th. You can sign up for that at robdrum.us/webinar. I may talk about this stuff a little bit on there, but this is mostly comes into play as you develop as an agent in year 2, year 3, and really get your business off the ground. In the beginning, things like mentorship and the tools that eXp provides are really going to be more valuable to you than the things we're talking about in this video. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you here again next month.